so much for agreeing, and giving your consent for being a part of the Early Birds Club. Thank you so much.
It is a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Okay. So moving ahead, we all know about Philips Kotler, and we all follow him, and it's such pleasure and our privilege that we have someone who has been under him. So that's a great pleasure for us.
It is equally same with me, right? I'm equally overwhelmed to be here.
Of course, sir. Actually, we know the values, and we know exactly a person's mind thinking. So exactly, we can relate, sir. Thank you so much. So moving ahead, sir.
Pleasure.
For the first question, it's not a question, but it's just an ice breaking and interaction with you. The journey so far of yours.
Right. So it was something which was not planned. Right. I come from a typical Baniya class family where business is something which is in the reins of everybody of us. Right. But just after doing my MBA, I realized that I am not made for business. I'm not made for corporate. Right. Because I was more inclined for having the discussions happening on, love to interact with people. Right. Brainstorm, think of new idea and everything. And suddenly I think that it might be a good idea that if I can start my career in teaching, right? And that was a decision which requires so much of brainstorming. Reason being that before that, I've never ever given a single tuition to anybody, right? So it was the very first kind of that activity and a debut in that particular reference. And fortunately, when I was giving interviews for this position, at that time it was supposed to be the position what they called as lecturer, right? So when I was there in the lecturer's interview, the panel which consists of almost all the academic stalwarts, maybe a dozen of them in an interview hall, the first question they asked me that are you serious about a teaching career because your name tag has Gupta into it, which is business and everything is out there, right? So are you so much clear that you want to be a teacher, right? And the first thing I said that yes, I want to be because this is something I want to create my own individual own identity. I don't want to be a second generation entrepreneur or a third generation entrepreneur as such, but I love to interact in that particular reference. And after that, I was fortunate enough that I was being groomed by good academicians, and over the period of time, due to the again God grace, I belong to the phase where I will get the different inclinations, different interactions, and all the things will set in the place with the due passage of time. And after my first job, I was being hired by another good brand, which is giving me an opportunity to head the entire PGM department for them. And that is what exactly started the new phase of life. And from that, there was no looking back, and then moved into the marketing. So, in that reference, marketing becomes something very, very close to my heart. So, it is just like that people start calling that you are a marketing guy, you are a marketing guru, and whatever, right? So, my students generally call me that you are our Indian Philip Kotler, right? So this is how the things moved up. But in a nutshell, it is a very, very good journey which enables me to transform many, many lives, not in the capacity of only as a teacher, but as a mentor, but as a guide. And on the verge of it, I realized that it is not a fact only that when we say teaching is a noble profession, it is something which I lived it.
Exactly, sir. Actually, we have a phrase that a person and his expressions towards the life always defined by his journey. So I think
Right.
got your journey, starting our relationship, and of course building our relationship with the first question of ours. Is there any need
Right.
to spend money on offline advertising in this online era?
Right. See, if I look at this question, I have two things which comes into mind instantly. That when we're looking up, we are talking more of the Indian audience, right?
Of
Yeah.
course,
So if I look at
India
yeah,
also, and of course, seeing the verge of pandemic right now, I think everyone comes under
right,
the same book. The whole world is
right, no doubt,
on the same book. So I think we can
right.
address the whole global from towards this same question.
Right. So, apart from India as well, if I look across the world as a community, right, as a marketplace, it is a very very crazy world, right? So people who are consumers as such, they are focusing something what I called as ROPO, which is a very very new term, ROPO, ROPO, which says that they research online but purchase offline, right? And it is also that they
Right.
research offline and purchase online, right? So both the things are happening. So a particular brand is not only required to be present in online space, that when we are looking up the consumers, they have so many ways to interact, right? There are so many ways to engage, and of course the purchase, right? So if a brand is not present offline, they are missing a chance of giving them, the audience, a feel that I am here as well, right? Of course the media spends may differ, but it is not ultimately a matter of concern, because offline and online, to my understanding, will coexist, right? So we cannot say that it is only offline or it is only online. Both of the mediums will remain at least for another 10-15 years, unless and until we see hyper technology happening on. But the reason why I've said it's Indian audience, because Indian audience are more crazy, right? If I look across, Holi is around the corner, right? Though we have Amazon, Flipkart, and whatnot, any of the street shop nearby my place or any of your places, right? So we all are witnessing that despite of all this online era, the local kirana shops, mom and pop stores, they're having almost the similar kind of consumers,
Exactly.
because Indian consumers and the consumers across the world, right? They love the shopping, and shopping is not only shopping; it is more an experience,
And
right? Which
the
is
exposure
very much,
they will get
yeah,
at the time of shopping and all.
right.
Yes,
So
exactly.
if I look across, no offenses to any gender,
Mhm.
but the moment a lady goes on, right, for buying a particular product, right,
Yes, yes.
they'll have to have the chart puris and everything,
True,
which is
true, true.
perhaps not possible in the online space.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. And of course,
Yeah.
selecting for a vast majority of options, because of course Indian morely inclined towards options rather than towards
Right.
brand selective. So I think we got our answer, sir, and that was fine.
Marketing is the game of choices,
Hmm.
and you have to give choice at each and every medium.
Of course, sir, the
Right.
last line that you just said right now, explains the whole
Mhm.
concept of marketing, explains the whole, the
Right.
aspect of marketing, the what is marketing actually. So, from the word marketing, from good things and bad things. So, is there anything such as bad marketing?
See, over here I would like to introduce a concept which is a very very recent concept in marketing, what we call as poem. Right? Poem is POEM, as we know. In marketing, we have captured this poem in a different terminology. So we say poem as a paid media,
Mm-hmm.
owned media, earned media, and a managed media. Right? So when we say the paid media, it means that marketers to give cooking. Right? Of course, nobody will say, take my money and say something bad for me, right? So marketing in terms of paid is always goody goody in that reference. So if every of the washing potter says that I will give you the most brightest kind of the things out there, right? On the other side, the owned media also does the same thing, but with the emergence of earned media, right, where we have all the referrals, word of mouth, everything coming on, bad marketing is there, but not to be conducted by the brand, but the users of that particular brand. For example, for example, if I look across, we have all seen the Zomato incident, right? The Bangalore one, Zomato incident, right?
Exactly,
So when
exactly.
people are following that particular trend,
Mm-hmm.
right? So company may get a good marketing troll, they may get a bad marketing troll, but of course Zomato will not do that, right? Zomato will always say that we are good, we are the best, in fact, right? But it is consumers, and with the emergence of social media, the chances of bad marketing in terms of the reach is becoming pretty high. I can give you
Okay.
one more example in this regard. We all recall what happened to Snapdeal when they were having Amir Khan as their brand
Yes.
ambassador,
Yes.
and Amir Khan said India is tolerant and all these things, and suddenly people start boycotting the Snapdeal, right?
Snapdeal.
So
Yes,
generally
exactly.
bad marketing happens because you got caught in certain issue and people start putting up negative things about you, right? But the last thing which I want to conclude in this question is that a good brand is such which converts that bad marketing into a good one.
Good
What
one.
Maggie had done. So when Maggie was caught in a fiasco of led into it, they came up with a very beautiful advertisements and everything saying that we are equally safe. It is not you. Your mother also was the fan of Maggie. It is a generation thing, and we are seeing the impact, right? So all of us are die-hard fan of lover of Maggie, and we already have this thing, and nobody now recalls that Maggie had a lead fiasco, right? So this is how a good marketeer converts a bad phase. So I say it is not bad marketing; it's a bad marketing phase for them.
Exactly, exactly. As you said, for Maggie, the comeback of Maggie was more exuberant and captivating in terms of it was
Right,
earlier. And for that
right.
thing, they just converted that part, that bad part, into a good part, and that's a good, pretty much good
Exactly,
example, I think.
exactly. And that
Those
goes with our theme of O2, which is
O2 type.
obstacle to opportunity
Exactly, sir.
again.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we got the pretty much good, example for that. And of course, the users. When I say, the user going to do the bad or good, so that means we are connected with emotions also. And the most out of it, in between the line, they just go into bad phase or good phase. So the
Right.
emotion
See,
plays a
generally, when we
main
say
role.
marketing, a good marketeer will have only two appeals to say, right? Which is what we call as a rational appeal or an
Mhm.
emotional appeal, right?
Sure.
For example, if I am manufacturing pudin hara and I say if you have a stomach ache, go for pudin hara, there is no emotions. It is pretty much rational.
Yes.
But it is a fact that if you are having
Verbatim.
a stomach ache, go for it, right? On the
Yes.
other side, if I am producing a chocolate and I say if you have my chocolate, you will have the best of the interview in the world, right? Or if you go with my Dio, you have all the other genders comes to you and ask for you, right? What
Yes.
X is supposed to do,
Yes.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is where emotions will come into picture, and to all of our notice that Indian consumers are pretty much emotional, very much emotional in that way.
Of course, sir. Of course, Indian are pretty much inclined toward religion, culture, and
Yeah.
connection between peoples and connection between each and
And
everything.
I give you a very good example. What you've reminded me for culture, right? Being a Hindu, right? We
Yes.
all are witnessing that when we go to a temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you that when we go to a temple, we before going to a temple, we go to a sweet shop, right? I'm giving a very specific terminology where we go to a sweet shop, we buy a sweet, right? But
Yes.
we don't say it is a sweet. We say it is a prasad.
Prashad. Yes.
लेकिन
Exactly, sir.
प्रसाद तो तब होगा ना जब भूख लगेगा. अभी तो भूख लगा ही नहीं है, तो अभी तो स्वीट है, right? But this is where emotions will come into picture, right?
Exactly,
So
sir.
this is how
Exactly.
we Indian are so much mesmerized with emotions that before even we are offering this thing to the god, we say it is prasadam, right? And that is where
I
the
think the best
emotions will come into
example
picture.
is when everyone goes to Vaishno Devi. So their
Right,
prasad from the deity, from exactly from the temple, is not allowed. But
right,
outside, from
right,
outside, each one like buys, and everyone waits at home that they will bring prasad. So that's just
right.
brought from any like any shop nearby, and it's a
Agree,
prasad. Exactly, right?
agree,
So
totally agree. And that is where emotions will come on the top of it.
exactly, sir. So that was a pretty much good example where the Indian also, and of course the abroad viewers will understand about. So going towards the next question, how do marketing managers design their strategy for a sustainable business to cope up with situation like pandemic? Because of course
Right.
we have seen
Yeah.
2020 and the ending of 2019, where the world have seen the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and of course till now is being going on, and we are being a warrior or being a people, just a people, humanity, we are fighting and cope up with them. So what's the exact marketing design managers should design their strategy for sustaining those kind of
Right.
things?
See, before giving a strategy, I say that we all are living in a VUCA world, right? This VUCA is the acronym which says that it is volatile, uncertain,
Mm-hmm.
complex, and ambiguous, right? So this is a VUCA world, and this VUCA world, of course, with the happening of COVID, everything is shattered, right? And to the context of it, we are seeing that brands have coming up with very very innovative things. Like I give you that Lifebuoy, Dettol, they all were having the good times because of COVID, because of soap becomes something essential in that reference. And in that particular reference, Lifebuoy come over and says that please wash your hands, use whatever branded soap you want to. Don't only go for Lifebuoy, go for any damn soap which you can find out, but at least wash your hands. So the first thing what they have done, they have connected with the community. Right? So they say that connect with the community, connect for a cause, so that consumers again will have this particular feeling that this brand is more conscious towards people rather than profit. Right? So the first thing is that they connected with the people. Right? Second thing what I've seen, that brands have gone digital. Right? The third thing which I've seen in this particular regard is with reference to how brands are trying to come across with new products. For
Exactly, sir.
example, if you look across a brand called Savon, they have introduced the mask. Right, so a new products is becoming very very important, where products are taking a shape of a product which is to be used for one time, so that no hands touch will be there out there, right? At the same
Exactly.
time, new products in terms of products which are comparatively cheaper in price, products which are more utility oriented, and everything is happening on. The fourth thing which is very very important, which is happening in this particular case, is that they all are focusing on something which they called as the need. Right, so all the products are driving towards the need, and we are seeing so many new terminologies, so many new things which are coming across. For example, if we look across contactless products, right, or Zomato, or on that note Domino's, they come across with contactless delivery. So what I have seen, that due to this pandemic, we have seen something called as technological innovation happening. We have seen that consumers and producers both are becoming more co-oriented. Co-creation becomes an important phenomena. And the last thing, that many of the consumers have done that thing which everybody looks for, and that is what is a mindful consumption. Mindful consumption is that where you apply your mind
Yes.
before consuming. For
Okay.
example, earlier people were having so much money, everything is happening on, they want to buy each and everything possible on the earth, right? But due to the lockdown and everything, people realize that money is important. Don't buy the things which you don't need. So people become more conscious towards what they are buying, for what they are buying, and all those particular kind of things. So the mindful consumption becomes a compact thing which is happening all across. So that is something which makes the market shrunk in one way, but having an opportunity in the another way as well.
Exactly, sir. That you said that we morely incline towards not in spending, but of course in investment, like investing the money.
Agreed.
Exactly, sir.
Agreed. Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the answer. Actually, we got pretty much clear about it. So our next question is there any requirement of offline marketing today when we can just go online and buy things?
Yes, very much. We require an offline marketing, and in fact, I give you certain instances where the consumers, due to this online, clears up their mind that which brand they want to go on, right? And when they move on into the store for buying the particular brand, due to POP is what we call as point of promotion, right? Point of
Okay.
promotion means that when you're moving into a particular store,
Mm-hmm.
they have in-store promotions, and due to this in-store promotion, they changed up their mind, and they go for another brand, right? And at the same time, we have all seen that in different malls and shopping complexes, there is a terminology called as category leaders. These category leaders are such, for example, if I'm trying to buy a shampoo and there are, let's say, 7, 8, 10 brands, we have one particular person, let's say from L'Oreal,
Mm-hmm.
who is placed in that particular mall or a shop, and the person is out there giving you what is the benefit of a L'Oreal versus Head and Shoulders or XYZ. And the moment you get somebody who is giving you a brand, you tend to buy like, But so offline is not only confined to something which is coming up with the traditional media like TV, newspaper, and something of that sort. But I'm seeing the now, if you have seen that thing as well, the emergence of double OH is out of home media,
Out
right?
of
Which
home
is
media.
very much common. Out of home media, where we see now digital signboards, right? And on that particular note, organizations are going crazy to spend more money on offline because people are now so much obsessed with online due to every time on the screen, right, that they want something different to happen on, right? And that is where the things are moving in that particular shape.
Exactly, sir. Because nowadays digitalization is like spreading, but of course we are human beings.
Right.
We need a change, and I think the analog part, that the stereotype part, or I can say the exactly we have seen from our childhood, they always connect emotionally. I think in for searching a phone or searching a digital portal is different from searching anything offline. So it will connect, and of course we can
Agree.
touch it, we can touch the product, we can just see the product on spot, and we can feel the product. I think feeling the product on that particular point of time makes that difference.
Agree, totally agree. And at the same time, when we go in offline mode, right, it is not only you but others' decision also matters, right? So we see that, oh, this lady is going for a yellow color, I have thought of a white color, so maybe yellow color in fashion, right? Which is not possible in online mode, right? So in online it is you versus the brand, but when you go offline,
Uh-huh.
it is a third party also involved, which is your co-shoppers or co-buyers,
Oh,
right?
right.
So
Exactly.
you also have an experience of that particular thing, which you certainly miss in an online platform.
So very true. So moving to our next question, do any company need to build a compelling product or service nowadays, and of course in the future?
Absolutely, a company product or a company service is essentially required to create on, right? The reason I give you, because when we look across certain brands which are very very famous, right, they in fact I give you a terminology I hear, right? So we have something called as a product, we have something called as a product brand and a company brand, right? For example, if I look across, the most famous brand across is Ruafza, right? We all
Gloves,
have seen
yes.
Ruafza growing, right? Yeah, so Ruafza is basically a product brand, but the company brand is Hamdard. On the other side, product is Sharbat. Yeah, I'm giving you that the best example I can put across is in the Maggi, the noodles market, right? In noodle, every brand want to be the noodle king, but many of them tried but failed. The recent entrant to is by Saffola. Saffola came across with a noodles which is having no N, right? So they name it as oodles, right? It is a basically a ring shaped noodles, right, which is already in the market, right? And that is where we are seeing that everybody wants to create new products, new brands, but everybody may not be successful. I want to give you another company insight, which is a company news,
Mm-hmm.
that Pepsi is planning to come up with a mango drink,
Okay.
right? So a mango cola, what they say, right? So it's a combination of a cola plus a mango,
Mango.
keeping that Indians are very much fond of mango,
Mango. Mm.
right? So yeah, so every organization as of now is coming up with compelling products, brands, which makes the things happening in this regard. And let me put across you to a very very different product category, which
Mm-hmm.
many of us will have a notion that, oh my god, why the speaker is talking about that category, and that is condoms, right? So if you
Yes, of
look
course.
across condoms, right, I'm surprised to see that there is a condom which is having a flavor which is tikhi mirchi, right? Or
Yes.
a condom which is coming in a mango flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So organizations are damn crazy, right? And they're moving across with new products, compelling products, almost in every category with different flavors, fragrances, and whatnot, right? So this
Exactly.
is a part of the
Exactly.
game. If a market do not build on it, they will be out of the market.
Sure, and of course, like changing and experiencing the same thing and doing experiments on the field. I think those are the part that can change and uplift the company and organization. So I think
Absolutely.
being in monotonous way, it won't be happening for big firms to be convert. So I think doing such kind of things and having a compelling product or service can make
Yeah.
a vast difference.
See, I would like to add one more thing, right? So, that brand of yours, they come up and says that if you have our deodorant, it will give you 800 sprays in a day, right? 800 sprays
Right,
in
right,
that
right.
particular bottle. Now, tell me, do you think anybody of us will count how many sprays it has actually? Possibly not.
Never,
Right?
sir. Never.
Similarly, when Dettol says 99.99, when Dettol says 99.99, how should I confirm that it is exactly 99.99
99.
or it was 98.99? There is no mechanism. There is no mechanism. It is
No
only the
mechanism.
mind game. The emotions will come into picture. Yeah.
Exactly. Marketing is all about like emotion and mind games and all. Exactly. If any
Exactly. Marketing is all about how do you play with consumers' mind.
consumer's mind, and of course, how can you connect with them by emotional aspect or cultural aspect or religious aspect or like
Yeah,
technical
because
aspect.
see, if you look across, again, I'm putting Maggie into picture.
Mm-hmm.
I have tried to my best, but I never have Maggie in 2 minutes. And I
Yes,
hope
of course.
all the listeners also have the same notion.
Yes, sir. Tried. Me too. Yes, we have to run a hashtag for that also. The like hashtag me too.
Right,
And of course, we have tried.
right.
So, moving towards our next question, what kind of social media channels or platform will be beneficial for startups in this era? Because, of course, this whole idea and venture is for startups, for entrepreneurs,
Right,
and
right,
for personal, professional, and business growth.
right. So I see that there are three channels which are, I think, are very, very important to tag on. Starting with the very first thing, what I call as a YouTube. Right. So if any particular startup will shoot a 1 minute video, because 1 minute is good enough. Consumers have a very limited eye life, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
don't want to see anything beyond seconds. So if you can give the whole gist of a story in 60 seconds, post up your video on the YouTube, that is the best thing ever you can do. Because consumers love to see, they hate to read, right? So they love to see what is happening, and a video is the best possible mechanism where they can see, right?
Exactly.
So that is the first. Second is the Facebook, and again on Facebook I say that use minimal of the text and maximum of the picture, right? Because the picture has more appeal, right? So give better thing happening on, and the same time on Facebook, try to develop communities, right? You don't say that I'm good, it is your consumers who have to say you are good, right? So invest not only advertisement, invest in creating communities, your brand advocates who says on your behalf that you are a good brand, you are a good startup. Because that thing, what leads to, I give you an example out here, might be many of you are aware of No Paper Forms. That was a startup. Now moving inching closer, No Paper Forms was basically, they came up with this startup and the notion that every time when we go to a school admission or a college admission, we have to have so many admission forms, so much of paper, right?
Paperwork.
So they
Yeah.
say no paper, everything is digitalized, right? And what happened that every university starts saying that we have no paper forms, so please do everything digital. And what happened that every university came to know about this no paper form,
No paper
and they
form.
created a community on Facebook where everybody is giving the benefit out of it, right? And that is where the things happen, right?
Outreaching.
So the second important thing within Facebook is create community who will further do the best thing about you, right? Third thing, very, very important, is try to have the things happening on LinkedIn, right? Do develop an official page on LinkedIn, right? And have all your product listings and everything on LinkedIn, right? Insta, to my mind, is something more with reference to the fashion, something is more
entertainment.
related to food. If your startup is in that particular reference, Insta is absolutely necessary, but not for all startups, right?
Exactly.
And when it comes to Twitter, everybody says that go for Twitter, but the brand recognition of yours on Twitter will be very, very minimal. So in the initial phase, Twitter may not give any good wonders to you, It is good to have your account,
Mhm.
but the presence will not give you so much of information because your users more or less will be looking out for you in your Facebook account, in your YouTube account on that matter, right? And at the same time, apart from social media, it is always good to have your own website. However, it may be not so much dynamic, it may be static, but at least your own website will give an authenticity that you are a genuine startup,
Genuine startup.
right? Because we are seeing so many fake startups as well, whose objective is just to take money and go away and everything of that sort, right? So your own website will of course give an double edge in that particular reference, right? And on that particular website of yours, it is always good to have your contact numbers of the founders, contact number of the key officials, because it is important to build a trust. And if, let's suppose, I have a connect with the CEO or a CMO of a startup, and I am convinced or that I am involved with the right brand, a brand which is supposed to rise, they have just started, they have good potential, right? So let me also contribute in their success,
Right.
right? So your brand should give this particular feeling to the consumer.
Right. Well said, sir. Because of course,
Yeah.
through LinkedIn as a professional also, through Facebook, we connect with various kind of people, and through connecting various kind of people, we
Right.
make relationships, and through making relationships, we make
Right.
both uplift by growing each other. So I think this is a mantra for
Absolutely.
every entrepreneurs or every startup, and who is looking towards coming in the market. So before coming to the market, please make your profile, please make your standing so good that people can trust you, people can reach out to you. Because if any other luggage in communication came over, I think the trust just broke aside.
Absolutely, no doubt. It is very, very fragile.
What kind of social media channels do you prefer that should be most vulnerable to entrepreneurs or startup? Because we have so many social media platforms, we have so many channels. Because if I'm starting a startup, so I may don't have any manpower right now.
But I will try to little bit modify the question
Mhm.
and give you an answer which serves multiple perspectives,
Mhm.
right? So what I prefer and I advise, because I do consulting as well to different startups, right? And
Yes, sir,
what
of
I do, what I do, I say that please, when you have a LinkedIn account, on your LinkedIn, post a requirement that you need a good social media manager or a social media marketing manager. And believe me, in India and abroad as well, we have thousands of students who want to do that job as an intern. They don't want any money from you. They want two things: a good exposure and a certificate. And a certificate costs nothing,
Nothing.
right? And good exposure is what you can give because they can purely plug and play, right? So instead of, my submission is that instead of going to only one platform, try to have at least 3, 4, 5, whatever your capacity is, different interns coming from a decently good business school, right? And it's not necessary, because you're talking of digital media, it is not necessary to have them on board in offline mode, right? They are supposed to be working in online space at their own convenience. Time is not a constraint for them,
Mhm.
right? And that is where you both can benefit with each other, right? So what I do with my brands, and I have, in fact, I've been to one of the university as a professor. I'm a professor of marketing, right? So what I do, I connect my students, which are very, very good in digital media, to some of my clients as well, and all of them become happy, right? So let's say my student X, he is responsible for all the Facebook activities for a client X. The another student is doing the same activity for LinkedIn, right? So what happens, that particular client is having a growing presence in different platforms, which is without money, of course, no investment. And as a student, they're able to do so many things which they cannot do in a big brand, right? They have all such liberty, creativity, freedom in startup. So they learn. Of course, when they are learning, they are not paid, but the payment is in terms of their own learning, right? So I think if the budding startups go for this particular model, this will enhances their digital presence.
I think this is a sustainable way of growing also. And
Yes.
right now, because startups are so much in quantity and abundance, I think this is the perfect way of hiring and working with someone. And of course, with the interview, it's come to an end. And I heartily welcome you. Welcome on board with us in the Liberts Club as a mentor, and of course. A consulting partner, and of course we are so much delighted to have you. We have our incubation partner, My Startup Yatra.
Right.
Those who are they're in the market for past 6 years and helping more than 200
Right.
startups and entrepreneurs right now, and this is being growing day by day. Of course, we have education and training partner Nolexon, giving training and education, and of course they are also into the big data and digitalization. We have a life transformation program partner from Sadhguru's Yog Prachar, and we have our media partner New Sense, and at end but not the least, we have our outreach partner and the communication partner Hamara India Incredible. And
Great.
from all of the entity, we making an ecosystem with the like-minded people, and of course like you. And we are so much thank you to giving us so much of time and making this interview happen. And welcome once again as a mentor. And please take care of yourself, and thank you so much. Definitely need you, and we'll have a good time working with each other.
Absolutely, it will be a pleasure. It will be a pleasure.
And please take care of yourself at the verge of pandemic, we know as it.
Right.
And,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And good night, sir.
Good night. Have a good day. Bye bye.